Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Byron Donalds was the 20th vote for Jim Jordan. Okay? So you might say, well, wait a second. McCarthy has close to 200 Republicans, and Jim Jordan only has 20. Well, that's the third round, and he's losing support. The fantastic thing is you have Karl Rove saying this is an unmitigated disaster, which actually means for normal human beings that this is the best thing that could ever happen to the country, to the Republican Party, to the average American, for the average American. You need I would say principle, but you need somebody who is against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, somebody who wants to get back to record low poverty. And we had that under Trump in 2019. Somebody to address issues and to ignore media. The issue here is personality, character, but mainly a person's, they keep saying temperament with Trump. Well, if you are so willing to acquiesce to media or to never Trump Republicans or to McConnell or to Liz Cheney, like perhaps Kevin McCarthy is, then now is the time to show your opposition. There was a viewpoint that said, well, the time before voting for Speaker of the House, that was the time to discuss what you liked and didn't like and negotiate. Well, Kevin McCarthy and the Republican Party didn't listen to the 20 or so Republicans who said they were never voting. Now, there was not just 20, there were about 10 to 15 who said they were never voting for McCarthy. So when you start off with 10 to 15 people who will never vote for McCarthy, you know very well the establishment knew, the Republican Party knew that Kevin McCarthy wouldn't win on his first or second. Now he's not winning on his third. Today, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth votes will, rounds will take place. They knew that. They knew that already. Okay? So this is the Hill. 20th GOP opponent to McCarthy explains his vote for Jordan. Congressman Byron Donalds of Florida is amazing. And he explained his first two votes were for Kevin McCarthy. But Kevin McCarthy wasn't able to get the support. So there's a better option. You're not wedded, and you do not have to fall in line, ladies and gentlemen. You have free will. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, you have free will. You can do what you want for your life. And politics is about leverage and influence and negotiating. And sorry, these Republicans were not born to vote for Kevin McCarthy. If Kevin McCarthy has not convinced 20 people, and now maybe 30 or 40 or 50 people, he's not going to get the speakership. That is not the fault of Congressman Donalds or Chip Roy or Matt Gaetz or anyone or Andy Biggs or Steve Scalise. It's just that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. If you do not do what it takes to secure the speakership, and it takes a long time. Let's say McCarthy gets it in the 20th round, then that's what happens. But all of these people getting so upset, like Karl Rove, it's like the Democratic Party will vote for a house cat, a fern, anyone. The Pennsylvania senator couldn't even communicate if he was stopped by law enforcement and given a he couldn't even pass a sobriety test. So you saw the way the Oz and Fetterman debate. You saw what took place there. It was that's an unmitigated disaster. But Democrats catapulted that man to he's now senator, and he sounded like Yoda if Yoda was an alcoholic. If you had Fetterman and Biden on a hot mic, you'd have a better chance deciphering whale sounds. So Democrats don't care. They'll fall in line for anyone and they'll do as they're told. The Democratic Party is a party of people who were born to vote blue no matter who, unfortunately. Not everybody. I was a Democrat my whole life, but I got out of that terrible situation, thank God. Voting for Trump in 24, voted for him 2 years ago. I want record low poverty. I want the antithesis of Lincoln Project, never ending failed military confrontations and quagmires and wars. So, yeah, I'd rather have a Trump Republican House of Representatives. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Jordan is in the driver's seat, and he's won now, likely, when you see this, over 20 votes. It is possible that McCarthy wins it today or in a month. I don't know. I'm doing my best on this channel to give you my analysis and the up-to-date news regarding this. And like I said, throughout last year was slow. It was the last year of Democrats and trying to torment everyday Trump. And we have inflation, we have crime, we have all these problems. Foreign policy is a catastrophe. Like I said, though, hit subscribe to this channel because we are we're at 201,000 subs. We're going to get to hopefully 250, 300 this year. I really think that's possible. Every day at 8 and 11 a.m. and about 4 p.m. today, people, I will have a segment to give you an update as to what's taking place. But Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise are both in the driver's seat. And they're both in the driver's seat. I think that Congressman Donalds was fantastic, doing exactly what, a person who wants the best for this country should do. If McCarthy doesn't have the support after 3 rounds, he's not likely going to get support after 4, 5, 6, 7. It could last a while. And the people who don't like McCarthy like Jim Jordan. The people who do like McCarthy like Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. So with that calculus, it wouldn't take much to overtake McCarthy. Now, if McCarthy, for him to win, he has to acquiesce and give exactly what the Trump Republicans want. And if politics is about influence and leverage and political will or political momentum, the momentum is not with the quote-unquote establishment. AOC would never do this. Bernie Sanders doesn't have the courage or the audacity to do this. He's a great human being, Bernie Sanders, but he doesn't have the courage to do this. Nobody on the left does. If Pelosi said jump, they would all say how high. And that's the way Democrats roll. They promise Medicare for all and a Green New Deal, and they flood the country full of 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves and don't even vote for a Green New Deal legislation or don't even vote for Medicare for all. It's called a racket on the left, ladies and gentlemen. A racket. But I think this is fantastic. I will give you an update as to how many more votes Jordan has. Jim Jordan might be catapulted into this, even though he's actually backing McCarthy. So he might not have a choice at the end of the day. And he's thought about it before, being Speaker of the House. But he could be Speaker of the House and head of the Judiciary Committee. So I don't know. I think that if Jim Jordan is catapulted into that, he could keep still the House Judiciary Committee chairmanship. That wouldn't be difficult to do. But it's absolutely fantastic. People who mock this or say this is bad, Democrats wish they could do this. The people, the progressives, the people who have integrity and wish they could hold the feet of the Democratic Party to the flames and make them accountable. They wish they could act like Andy Biggs and Matt Gaetz and all these Trump Republicans who essentially control Matt Gaetz will be a de facto speaker if McCarthy ever wins, and so will the opposition to McCarthy. He will not be able to do anything without Trump Republicans okaying everything. So essentially, Donald Trump will be running the House of Representatives, which is fantastic. You don't see, here's the thing: Trump doesn't need the Federal Bureau of Investigation on Twitter. Democrats do. Trump doesn't need a dossier. Democrats do. Trump doesn't need to control speech and semantics and alter dialogue and suppress discourse and debate discussion. Democrats do. So that's the difference here. We also have problems that need to be addressed in an immediate manner, not the typical establishment type of you know uh, you know reverence to media type of thing. And so you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where um, you definitely need Jim Jordan or Steve Scalise, and you need this to continue. It's actually a very good thing and very healthy thing for the country, for the Republican Party, because the Republican Party is Trump's political party. Just like, really, that's the reality of it, even though it doesn't function that way. Biden's political party is a complete machine. The machine props up anyone. You can have mashed potato brains. The machine consists of, obsessed writers and publications, and they will all converge. Late night talk show hosts, government agencies combining with, media, social media companies. It's a machine. Republicans don't have that luxury. There needs to be a Trump Republican vision within the House of Representatives. 70 million people want that. You have almost half the electorate that wants that without any support. So this is going to be amazing. I'll be back probably 4 p.m. to give you the update and share this segment everywhere. He's got 20, hopefully 40 by the next time we speak. Thanks, everybody. Hit subscribe to this channel every day at 8 and 11 on this channel. I will be here for you forever. Set your clock and set your dials 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every morning. And go to H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. 9 a.m. I had a segment today, great one, and 12 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks, everybody. If you want to become a Patreon, please do. If you want to give a super thanks, that's below. You can go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. Thank you.